Hello, my name is Abdullah Chowdhury.
And I'm Riley Eldridge. Today we're going to talk to you about the process of our 20% project. It was a pretty long project to do, and it was kind of tough to start going with it. We've never been assigned a project of this length before, and it kind of was a little overwhelming at first, but there were a lot of struggles that we had that we overcame, and a lot of changes that we had to make. In the beginning, it was kind of tough to decide upon what idea we wanted to use for our project, and with the whole 8 months to do it, we were a little scared of what to do and how to incorporate each aspect and how to relate it back to British history.
So both my partner and I, we both love sports for as long as we could remember. So right when the project was assigned, and the teacher said we could choose any aspect of British history, we both knew that we wanted to incorporate sports into it somehow. So what we chose to do was we found some sports that originated in England, like tennis, ping pong, soccer, rugby, and a lesser known sport called shin kicking, and we researched them thoroughly. And then from there we brainstormed some project ideas, and we decided we want to make a video. But first we had to find out where the sports originated and how they came from England, and then their historical and cultural impact on England. So that's how we came up with the idea. And another struggle that we had in the beginning of the project was time management. The project that I was given, the teacher gave us 8 months to do the project. We've never had a project that was oriented like that. Most of our projects were clear cut and dry. Like, we had the project and then it was due about 2 weeks later, and everybody had the same topic matter. Here, everybody had a different subject matter, and we had around 8 months to do it. So that was a little hard because we didn't know how to manage our time. So, that was a little hard in the beginning.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the biggest issues. Once we got going with our sports idea, it was kind of tough for us to decide what we wanted to do during each class, because we met every Friday. It was tough to keep working on it. And another thing that was tough was like having the motivation to work on this right now, even though it's not going to be due till the end of the year. But overall, we ended up getting a lot better at that. We made a game plan for ourselves where we would work on this a certain day and then something else the next day. We were able to get a lot done and accomplish a lot more than we originally thought, and I think that was a good idea. This helped us become more like self-directed learners, more independent, because we weren't really relying on the teacher to plan out our stuff as much. We were doing it ourselves and researching and everything ourselves. Another thing that kind of was tedious along the way and that we struggled with was doing the journal entries each week. I think the journal entries were great. They provided a lot of insight and examined our thought process throughout the way, where if we had any questions, we were able to put it in there, and we were able to really think about how the project is going, what improvements we need to make, and what we need to do to make it as good as it can be. But it was a little bit redundant at times, where we would be working on the same thing each class. A lot of time we were just researching the sports, and that was a little annoying to have to do the journal entry each class. And I also thought that it kind of took away from us having time to work on the project, because we had to devote all this time to doing the journal entry, and some classes we would take half the class to do the journal entry, and then that kind of took away from us actually doing the project and getting closer to finding the final product. And I think that the journal entries overall were a good idea, and that they really helped us evolve our project and add to it and get to where we needed to be. But a few times they took away from and lengthened the process when we could have been working on the product. We were doing the journal entries.
Yes, but sometimes journal entries did help our project. For example, in evolving our project idea, looking back at what we wrote for the journal entries, we were able to get a clear idea of how we wanted to improve the project. For example, as I said before, we chose to research a sport called shin kicking, and as it's in the name, it's not really the most safe school setting sport. So we researched this sport thoroughly, and we looked for anything that we could incorporate into our final project, but there was really no safe school way to incorporate it, so we ended up debunking that from our project. Another sport that is pretty physical, rugby. Same idea, we want to keep the sport safe for school, so we made the rules of rugby in our sport more convenient for us in the school setting. So you can't run with the ball forward, so that tries to eliminate any physical contact. And so we really did these rule changes so that we could eliminate any physicality, but also we wanted to make the sport unique to us. We wanted to put our own impact on the sport, so it wasn't just all these sports randomly put it into a different order.
Yeah, I think as Abdul was saying, our original idea of what this project was going to be and what it is now is completely different, and it really changed along the way. At first we thought we were just going to make a new sport and that was going to be it, and that was going to be done, but as we kept going, each class we realized that we needed to add more and more things, and that we needed to, like, for example, do the movie or the tutorial video, the brochure, and that really helped us further explain our project and explain how it pertained to British history, and really give other students an idea of what our project is really about, what we've been working on for these 8 months, and it helped us really have more to show for in when we showed everyone our project.
So we learned a lot actually. So throughout the last 8 months, we didn't really enjoy doing the project that much, but as we reflect now, we actually learned quite a bit that are going to help us in the future. So first of all, this project really taught us how to be independent. As we mentioned earlier, this project was unique than any other project we've had in high school. So we had chose our own topic and we managed our own time. So this is different because all other projects that we've had in the last 12 years, the teachers made sure we had everything done at a certain point, and that they really they really made sure we had everything done. So this really taught us how to be independent, how to manage our own time. It also taught us how to be self-directed learners. So everybody had a different subject matter, so we all had to research different things. So if we had a question, we really couldn't go to the teacher and ask them the question about sports. We had to research it ourselves and make sure we had the right content for our subject. So that really taught us how to be self-directed learners. And really both those two traits really help us prepare for college, because in college there's not going to be someone we can just ask all our questions to. We're really going to have to be independent and self-directed learners. So really this project really helped us get ready for the next step to get ready for college.
Yeah, as Abdul was saying, I think this project helped us get to that higher level of education, where in high school we get a task from our teachers and you just complete that task and that's it. Where in college your professors are going to expect you to go above and beyond and to do more research and learning on your own. So they're going to give you something and they want you to build upon that by yourself or with others and work collaboratively and really build upon that skill of being a self-directed learner and being independent. So this definitely helps prepare us for college, and this project has also taught us a lot of life skills about like working with others, figuring out problems on your own, like being able to bounce ideas off of each other, and working with other group members, like critiquing them, and like being able to give criticism and suggestions to other people, and like able to take that criticism and work with it to add to our projects. So that definitely helped us. We also realized we were able to express our creative side a little bit with this project, and that definitely helped a lot. We learned a lot more than we thought we would, and even though it didn't all pertain to British history, it really helped us in life skills, and it's going to help us in the future, I think. So this project was a big project.
Yeah, so thank you, Mr. Rosen, for a great year.